Why did you want a Tesla?
It's just a cool concept. It's something that maybe 20 years ago, if you said you were driving an electric car, it's like, damn, that's the future. Tesla is just kind of already there. It's just something I always wanted. And they just keep getting quicker. 120 miles. Can you imagine in a Camaro SS? I was filling up twice to 3 times a week just to get to this job. My paychecks are going to gas. One thing that I hear a lot is like people saying they don't want to sit there and wait 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something, Rahim. Do you have a cell phone?
Yeah.
Battery, right?
Yeah.
You charge it every night.
Yeah.
Same thing with a Tesla. Park it in my garage, connect it. Every morning, I have a full charge or whatever I set it to. Cool thing about Tesla, when you use the navigation, everything is built around the car and the battery and everything. So if it knows you're not going to make it to that distance, it accommodates you stopping here for 10 minutes to charge real quick.
Just in case you don't want to charge there, as soon as you pop a left at the gas station, there's a supercharger hooked up right where the air pump used to be. Like it's crazy. I think everything is starting to revolve around the electric vehicle.
Hello everyone, welcome back to MotorCast, your favorite podcast in the auto industry. Here I have the favorite host that you are going to have in your life. Is going to be Rahim, the freaking legend. Bimani, how are you, bro?
What's up, dude? I'm doing good. Nice to see you. We got a freaking sick episode planned for today. We're going to introduce you to another legend that you might have heard about through some of the other episodes, and you're finally going to get to meet him yourself. But I wanted to get Homer in here because obviously he's a huge part of this podcast. And even though he's not going to be on the full episode, I want everybody to see him and have you make everybody's day.
So let me tell you something, bro. I was holding the mic like right now, like I'm holding it, and I was gonna give the people the surprise, but you ruined the surprise already.
Sorry.
But that's fine. That's fine.
Just cut it out.
No. What are you talking about? So let me tell you something additional to this. Rahim loves motivation. That today is a Sunday, as you know that we always record on Sundays, and he came with the fucking uniform. Can you believe that?
I thought it was a work day today, so I showed up in the uniform.
No, I'm just kidding. We're recording on a Friday. Daniel is gonna be with his motivation gear as well, so we're gonna make Mr. Earl very happy today because he's gonna see motivation all the way.
This is gonna be his favorite episode.
I know. So let me tell you a little bit of context so we can introduce Daniel. Daniel is a father. He's married. Ladies, chill out. He's married.
All these ladies that's going to be sliding his DM, you better hit up Natalie first.
So yeah, let me introduce Daniel right now. You're gonna see that I'm gonna put the microphone on him and everything, so that he's kind of red right now. Why are you so red? You're fucking nervous. So let me introduce Daniel and let's move.
Let's go, Daniel.
Come on here, Daniel. Come on here. See you guys.
Hello.
What's up, Winder?
What the fuck is up? My boy,
What's
the
up, brother?
legend.
Come on, what's up?
What's up, brother?
Special teams, special plays, special players. Tuesday.
Yeah, we do that shit every day.
All right, super excited to have Daniel on. So let me tell you guys a little bit about Daniel before I let him introduce himself. So I had the amazing opportunity to meet with Daniel. Our first meeting ever was at a restaurant. I was trying to mooch some fries off of him. And that's how we ever first met. Fast forward, he came and joined Team Motivation. Since then, he's gotten married. He's got his first kid. He moved into a new house. He bought his dream car. And really what we're going to be getting into is after he got his dream car, he traded it in for a freaking Tesla. So that's really what we're going to be talking about today. How my boy traded in his Camaro SS V8 powerhouse for a freaking Tesla. I don't understand it, and hopefully he'll help me understand it today. But before we dive into that, Daniel, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
So Rahim kind of touched base on everything. Daniel, been with him for about 4 years now, 4 years. Mm-hmm. Met him at STK. Never met the man, and this guy's asking me for some truffle fries. I'll never forget, like, yo, who the fuck is this guy asking for my fries? Never met the man. Long story short, he flipped my life upside down. Now, got into my dream car, like he said, and now I drive a Tesla.
Baby.
There's some more to it. We'll jump into it.
Yeah, and if through the episode, if you guys feel Daniel, if you guys like Daniel, wait till the end. He'll drop his contact info. That way, if you ever want to do business with him, you can get in touch with him too. So we're going to jump right into it, right? So before we move into the tizzy, tell me a little bit about the Camaro you had.
So I had a 21 Camaro SS 1LE track pack, black on black. It was great. It was brand new. Bought it new. It was great.
and it was a freaking powerhouse. Like every time it turned on, all you hear was brrr.
Yeah.
And every day it seemed like we were taking a trip to Mexico. As far as it might be, we ended up there damn near every day, and it was just a powerhouse. It was a fun car for me to drive with him next to. It just sounded good. It looked good. And it was his dream car, right?
Mm-hmm.
What the freak happened in your mind where you're like, yo, I'm going to get rid of this V8 and not even go to a 6-cylinder, not even go to a 4-cylinder. I'm going to go to something powered by a battery that make no noise.
So there's a lot to it. I've always wanted a Tesla. It was just
Why did you want a Tesla?
it's just a cool concept. It's something that maybe 20 years ago, if you said you were driving an electric car, it's like, damn, that's the future.
Yeah.
But Tesla is just kind of already there. It's like it's just something I always wanted. They just keep getting quicker. They're efficient. There's more to the story. So let me tell you the real reason.
Yeah.
So you know where I live, Rahim. I live about 60 miles one way. From this dealership.
On average, Daniel is commuting 120 miles a day just to get back and forth from work without going anywhere else, without stopping by the store to get some milk or eggs, without picking up some diapers. 120 miles is guaranteed he's driving a day.
Yeah. 120 miles. Can you imagine in a Camaro SS? I was filling up 2 to 3 times a week just to get to this job. My paychecks are going to gas. It was crazy.
He's lying. His paychecks could have bought a gas station.
Still going gas. It was crazy. It was like ridiculous. I was looking at it one month. I was like, yo, I spent like $1,000 just in gas just to get to work.
Yeah.
And it was just more of an eye opener. I was putting mad miles on the Camaro, and I've always wanted a Tesla just because of the whole concept behind them. It's kind of like Tesla's like the Apple
Yeah.
of electric cars.
Yeah.
They're so ahead of everyone else that it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I started doing some exploring, put mad miles on the Camaro, put 50,000 miles on the Camaro.
In 1 year. Or
A year and a half. It was ridiculous. And I was like, yo, if I don't get out of this Camaro now, I'm going to be hella upside down.
Right.
So I got out of the Camaro, jumped into a Tesla, a little Model 3 performance. And just stand there and think, a Camaro SS, for the viewers at home, Camaro SS to a Model 3 performance. Why?
So tell me about okay, so you got the Camaro, you love the Camaro, now you're like, okay, I'm gonna get rid of the Camaro, I'm gonna get a Tesla. Tell me about your first drive in the Tesla.
So my first drive in the Tesla, I was impressed. It's nothing but torque. Have you driven a Tesla, Rahim?
Yeah.
Probably some of you people at home have driven a Tesla. It's nothing but torque. It's either on and off. It's like driving in first gear all the time. It's weird to get used to, but once you get used to it, it's like, yo, you just go.
Yeah.
So I was just impressed.
You didn't miss the rumble. You didn't miss the startup. You like the first drive. Like I know the Tesla is amazing and you love it, but like I just think like from my point of view, like if I went from a Camaro SS V8 to a Tesla, like and I'm turning it on, or do you even turn it on? How does it Tesla? How do you turn it?
So it's all set up with the phone. You just walk up to the car, it unlocks. You just
boom. So
boom into drive.
You don't even get to press a button.
No,
there's no rumble. There's no like putting it in gear. Like
so there was definitely I definitely missed that. I missed going under the bridges in Midtown.
Yeah.
Right. It was crazy. I definitely missed that, but there's also some other stories to it. Had a kid, can't have a Camaro SS and a kid. It just wasn't lining up with the vision.
Yeah.
So I had to get something still fast. The Model 3 Performance was actually faster than my Camaro SS.
Wow.
0 to 60. I think I actually gapped you.
No, it never happened. Never happened. Fake news. Fake news. This guy's on CNN.
But it was just one. I definitely missed the rumble. Sometimes I'm driving and it's just so. That's the only downside to Tesla.
Yeah.
It's just so
Yeah.
But in terms of the convenience aspect, it's a trade-off. You lose out on the rumble, the pa.
Yeah.
But there's just more to it. Like I have the Model 3 Performance with full self-driving package, and I specifically looked for that one. I was so close to buying one with just Autopilot.
Yeah.
But my one of my good friends, Noel, told him about it, and he was like, "No, you got to get one full self-driving." And I'm so glad I listened to him.
So I know you want to dive into all the features and stuff. Let's get up there in a little bit. So you get in it, you miss a little bit of the Camaro, but tell me about like an average week in the owner of a Tesla. Like, are you charging it every night? Where do you charge it? Can it charge at home? Like, tell me a little bit about that part of it. Because like when I think Tesla, the first thing that comes to my mind is like, yeah, I understand you don't have to go to the gas station, but motherfucker, there's gas stations everywhere. Like, where do I go find a charging port? Like, how does the charging system work?
So the charging system is pretty convenient. One thing that I hear a lot is, like, people saying they don't want to sit there and wait 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something, Rahim. Do you have a cell phone?
Yeah.
Battery, right?
Yeah.
You charge it every night.
Yeah.
Same thing with a Tesla. park it in my garage, connect it. Every morning, I have a full charge or whatever I set it to.
So
charge.
what did you do to be able to charge it at home?
So there's different ways you can do it. There's a level 1, which is what comes with the car. It's a 110 volt. It charges at a okay rate. What I did, I installed a level 2, so it charges at 33 miles per hour, and that's what really allows me to charge it every night and do it. And that's definitely the way to go. If you have a Tesla and you have a garage and you're comfortable with either one, installing it or getting an electrician to come out to your house.
Was it pretty easy?
So I actually did it myself. I did a lot of YouTubing.
Yeah.
A lot of YouTubing. So far, it's going well. Probably charged over 30,000 miles.
Okay, cool. So worst case scenario, let's say you're not on Daniel's level, you can't do it yourself. Worst case scenario, you just get an electrician to do it.
You can get an electrician to do it, or superchargers. They're everywhere, man.
Yeah.
So Atlanta is really growing in terms of the Tesla side. Like the cool thing about Tesla, when you use the navigation, everything is built around the car and the battery and everything. So if it knows you're not going to make it to that distance, it accommodates you stopping here for 10 minutes to charge real quick. It's all built into the system. And it charges real quick.
And you know what? You're right. Atlanta is growing. And like one thing that I'm less worried about now if I ever got a Tesla than I was back when they first came out was the charging. Like even at my apartment complex where I live, there's 6 superchargers. Yeah. Right? Like they're everywhere. And then just in case you don't want to charge there, as soon as you pop a left at the gas station, there's a supercharger hooked up right where the air pump used to be. Like it's crazy. Yeah. Like how it's working out. Every time I go to like Atlantic Station, like it's reserved parking for electric vehicles. So I think everything is starting to revolve around the electric vehicles.
Yeah, everyone's definitely coming up. I don't know if you guys noticed, but every single manufacturer is coming out with their own electric variant. Yeah, it's already getting there. It's just.
And I guess let me ask you this: why did you go with Tesla? Why not one of the other electric?
So Tesla at the time I bought it about 2 years ago. It just seemed like the thing that was ahead. It's the only one that really has the full self-driving aspect that I was looking for. Yeah, just because of the drive.
Tell me about the self-driving.
So full self-driving, it basically you put in the maps where you're going, double tap it twice, and it'll just drive you. Yeah. Keep you in the lane, do lane changes, take you off the freeway.
Was it scary your first time?
So the first time I was mad scared. I was like this, holding it. I was like, and I'm just like, yo, now? Let me tell you something. Have you ever seen the show One Piece?
Of course.
One Piece, right? Over 1,000 episodes right now. I watched all of One Piece in my Tesla.
That's crazy. This guy is just driving back and forth watching TV.
Yeah, crazy. And that's how I guess I got...
driving itself while you're watching it on the big screen?
So it doesn't... No.
Okay.
Can't take over the full screen. It's... Model 3 performances, they don't have a dash, so that's where I put my phone.
Okay.
But it's just so good. The full self-driving is so good that it detects everything. Cars around it. If someone has a blinker on trying to get in, it'll slow down to let that person in.
What if somebody cuts you off?
It takes over. Like it really. I've driven thousands of miles on full self-driving through Atlanta, through the heart of Atlanta.
Yeah.
And there's only been
traffic.
Through traffic, peak traffic.
What do you do with your legs? Just leave them be.
Just chilling.
Okay.
Just chilling sometimes. There's only been one time where I really had to take over, where I just slammed on the brake out of nowhere. I was just like. But out of nowhere, I was just one time. But other than that, it's pretty...
Very cool.
Like, it's something you got to experience, especially with me being a car salesman. Anytime we get Teslas and someone asks about it, and they ask, is it really full self-driving? I'm like, yeah, it really is. Let me show you. Like, sometimes I go outside, take my clients, and I'm summoning the car to come pick us up. Yeah. It's crazy.
Tell me about the summoning. That's a pretty cool
so it's something on the app. You have to have, I think they changed it since I've bought in my car. You used to have advanced autopilot or higher, or the full self-driving package. It's all in the app. So on the app. So it's all in the app right here. Yeah. All in the app and then summon. So it sees where the car is and sees where I am. As long as you're within the circle vicinity, it'll come to you. Rain, pouring. There was one time I was at Mulla, Georgia, pouring outside. I was with my kid and my wife. Didn't want to walk out. Who wants to walk in the rain? Yeah, I summoned my car to come pick us up at the front.
You know, that was my first experience of the summoning. I was in Chicago. I was with one of my friends. We walked into, I forget if it was a grocery store or a restaurant or something. And when we came out, he's like, let's just wait right here for a second. And then boom, he has a Model X. His Model X pulled up and the door opened.
Exactly.
It's gangster.
It is gangster. And it's definitely something that's different. Once you make the jump to electric, I think it would be hard to go back because it's just so convenient. Once you get this set up.
Would you ever go back?
So I'm actually planning to upgrade my Tesla. So I have a Model 3 Performance. My goal by the end of the year is to have a Model S Plaid.
Wow.
So I'm trying to go faster. Yeah. And I think the Plaid is just smoking everything. Yeah. From the line and everything.
No noise, no nothing. I don't know. So I'm not sure. You know, I think Tesla's an amazing concept. My point of view, I just like I would miss the rumble. I would miss the noise. I would
definitely a trade-off.
But it's nice. It's nice to never. I hate going to the gas station. Like my gas light is always on. I've ran out of fuel a couple times. That's how much I hate going to the gas station. So I think just that thought is pretty cool. Just the fact that you go home, you plug it in, that's it. There's got to be something you don't like about the Tesla, or you wish it was better.
So just the design of it. It looks like a baby shark.
Yeah.
At least the Model 3. Yeah. Yeah, baby. It looks like a baby shark. There's the design. They just came out with the new Model 3 Performance.
It looks sick.
It looks sick. They finally changed it up because before it was the long range and the rear wheel drive and the Performance, they all look the same.
Yeah.
Except for wheels. But now they actually changed the front lift, the bumper, the rear diffuser. It's more distinct that you have a Performance now on a Model 3. Very and cool. It's definitely something I'm exploring. I just want something bigger. I have a family. The Plaid is definitely where I'm at.
Getting bigger?
Not that I know.
Oh. Cool, very cool. And so, like, what if you had to pick like your favorite feature about the Tesla? What would it be?
Probably the full self-drive.
Self-drive.
It's so like if you've probably seen the hours I put on it.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous. I just so complacent with it, and it's so good that it does its job, and it's just advertised what it's supposed to do.
And like, what are like some common misconceptions that you hear about Teslas and Tesla owners that you want to just correct right now?
Just the charging times. Like everyone complains, well, it takes 5 minutes to fill up at a gas station, something like that. Yeah, you're right. But every night when I'm sleeping, it's charging. I just get go. I never have to stop at a gas station. Yeah. How about that?
And realistically, like, you know what I mean? Unless you got a Corolla, it's taking more than 5 minutes to fill up. It's definitely taking me 10 minutes, at least minimum.
Yeah.
You're saying you could pull up.
And then also the price of it. I think gas right now is ridiculous. Like when I had that Camaro, I had to put premium in it. It was like $70, $80 a gallon. I was filling up a tank. I was filling up 2 to 3 times a week.
You know what? This past couple of weeks when I didn't have my car, I almost took a Tesla for a demo because when I had the M5 in 3 weeks, I probably spent $600 in gas. Then I had the Raptor, and I put that shit right back. And the Raptor, in 1 week, I probably spent $150. And then after that, I have the Maserati is the best on gas out of everything, and it still sucks. It's like almost a $90 full tank. So yeah. I feel you on the gas portion.
So it's gas and the electric bill only went up like $50. It's mad convenient. Yeah. That's why I was like the value that you're getting. Like I'm still going fast, 0-60 in 3.1 seconds, full self-driving, and it's saving me some money just because I drive a distance. There's no getting rid of that distance. It's just the fact it hits all the boxes. The only knock I have on it now, but they've already corrected it, was the design. The one I have, a 21, looks like a baby shark.
Yeah.
So they've really come a long way.
Yeah, I love that, man, and I appreciate you sharing your experience about the Tesla. And would you be open if any potential Tesla buyers wanted to contact you, maybe your phone number, your email, your Instagram, or your Facebook?
If you're looking for a Tesla for motivation, hit me up. Definitely know a lot about them. Phone number is 915-256-2726, or you can call the dealership and ask for Daniel. Everyone knows who I am here, so definitely take care of you.
Imagine they're calling and he don't work here no more. Just kidding.
Right, where's Gus?
Just kidding. If you want to hit the dealership phone, 404-939-9010. I specifically would love to answer any questions. Cause I know for sure I have a ton of questions on Teslas, but just having Daniel has made it a lot easier for me. He's like a go-to Tesla encyclopedia for everybody in the dealership. Anytime we have a Tesla, he's talking to those customers. Anytime a salesperson has questions on the Tesla, they're going to Daniel. He just knows a lot about them. So if you have any specific questions, leave them in the comments, messages, anything like that. I'm sure Daniel will be more than happy to answer some of those questions, or maybe we can make some snippet videos or anything like that. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and YouTube at Motivation Trucks, and you can follow us on Spotify at MotorCast. Please show some love to my boy Daniel. He was a little bit nervous for this, and I appreciate you. It's the middle of the day. He's got a line of customers waiting to do business with him, and he took some time out of his day to do this episode, so we're super appreciative of you, my boy.